Hey everyone! Imagine the government conducting secret experiments on ordinary people, experiments you can't even begin to imagine. Today, we're going to talk about 7 real classified government experiments that actually happened, whose documents were declassified after decades. I ask you to stay with me until the end of the video, because this is truly shocking stuff. 1. Project MKUltra, the CIA's mind control saga. Let's start with this one, Project MKUltra. Back in the 1950s and 60s, the CIA launched a secret project to see if it could control the human mind. How? By secretly administering psychedelic drugs like LSD to ordinary people. Yes, you heard that right. Prisoners, mental patients, and even regular civilians who had no idea were turned into lab rats. This project went on for 25 years, and when it was about to be exposed, the CIA destroyed most of its documents. But even the remaining fragments are terrifying enough to make your hair stand on end. 2. The Tuskegee Experiment, a tragedy for Black Americans. Now, let's talk about one of the darkest chapters in American history, the Tuskegee Study. Between 1932 and 1972, the U.S. government conducted an experiment on 600 African American men who had syphilis. They were lied to and never told they had the disease. Even after penicillin was discovered as a cure, they were intentionally left untreated, just so researchers could observe how the disease ravaged their bodies. The result? Many of these men died, their wives became infected, and their children were born with severe disabilities. This atrocity only stopped when a brave journalist exposed the story to the world. 3. Unit 731, Japan's Devil's Lab. During World War II, Japan had a secret unit called Unit 731. The things they did to prisoners of war and innocent civilians are truly hard to describe: live vivisections, testing biological weapons, and even freezing people alive. After the war, America made a deal with many of the perpetrators. In exchange for their experimental data, they were granted legal immunity. That's right, the war criminals got away, and American science advanced. 4. Operation Mystic, spying on the American people itself. Think spying is just for enemies? You couldn't be more wrong. Between 2002 and 2006, the National Security Agency, NSA, was secretly collecting the data of millions of Americans. This program was called Operation Mystic. That means without your knowledge, your phone calls, your emails, and even your location were being monitored. This secret was blown wide open by Edward Snowden, and it shook the world. The government initially denied it completely, but Snowden's documents revealed everything. 5. Human radiation experiments, the domestic bombing. During the Cold War, the U.S. government decided to test the effects of radioactive radiation on humans. How, you ask? For example, they exposed 75 inmates at the Oregon State Prison to dangerous levels of radiation. Or, they injected 100 cancer patients with plutonium. These acts were performed without the individual's consent and had horrific consequences. It meant that their own citizens became the targets of deadly experiments. 6. Project Grand Guardian, building a military flying saucer. Do you think flying saucers only exist in the movies? Well, in the 1950s, the Canadian Air Force launched a secret project named Project Grand Guardian to build a real military flying saucer. This vehicle could fly at speeds of 2,400 km per hour and reach altitudes of 54 kilometers. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the project was halted in 1961 due to technical problems. However, its designs and early prototypes still exist today. 7. The Starfish Prime Test, detonating a nuke in space. In 1962, the United States detonated a 1.4 megaton nuclear bomb 250 miles above the Earth. The name of this test was Starfish Prime. The result? A beautiful but deadly artificial aurora lit up the skies over Hawaii, and it short-circuited several satellites. Scientists say this experiment could have had catastrophic effects on Earth's atmosphere, but the US government ignored the risk in a show of power. So, which of these experiments do you think was the most terrifying? Do you believe similar secret experiments are still going on today? If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by hitting the subscribe button, liking the video, and clicking the bell icon so you never miss our engaging content.